Hello, and thanks for watching. My name is Russ, and I'm a third-generation bookkeeper. I started in taxation in '98. I owned a mortgage brokerage until 2008 took that away, and I started this company in 2014 because I wanted to do something that would help people and that I knew I could do exceptionally well. I made this video to help you better understand what we do, how we do it, how we charge, and what it takes to get started, but it's not intended to be in place of us having a conversation. So please feel free to use the link on our website to book a consultation, or just give me a call. I'm happy to talk to you about your situation. This video will cover many of the common questions that people have. Since I don't know whether you're a new business owner or an experienced business owner, and I don't know if you've had a bookkeeper before, I'm going to first speak to those who have experience and are comfortable with the language of accounting. And then later, I'll cover topics that are more relevant to newer business owners or those who haven't had a bookkeeper before. I've also made some industry-specific videos for people who are in industries like construction or real estate, retail, law firms, manufacturing, technology. I have a lot of different individual things to say about those specific industries, so be sure to check those out. Now, for experienced business owners who have familiarity with accounting terms, here's what you probably want to know. We're a full-service bookkeeping firm. We handle everything from very small businesses up to very large businesses, and we handle almost all the bookkeeping tasks that there are. But due to COVID, we're trying to do most of our work remotely, although sometimes it is important to do some things in your place of business, so we offer that as well to maybe come by as needed. Sometimes I'll even help set up systems so that your bookkeeping can be done remotely eventually, but in the beginning, I can come by. We also offer free FedEx delivery of documents to our location. This is all part of our initial setup. Now, there are two basic ways that we offer to work with people. The first is essentially pay as you go. You schedule time, you pay for that ahead of time, and then we just work together through Zoom or whatever the methodology is to solve problems and get things in order. Now, this is essentially the same as our regular setup, but it's just done a little bit at a time instead of all at once. And this is better for people who maybe don't have all the available funds up front, or when it's difficult to identify exactly what needs to be done at the outset. Now, the second way is kind of our standard way, which is a flat setup fee and a flat monthly recurring fee. And that happens generally in stages. First, we talk, figure out what you need. Sometimes we'll do a Zoom call or a screen share for that. Then once that's done, I provide you with a bookkeeping plan that's written down and broken into initial tasks, recurring tasks, and then also what the fees would be associated with each of those. Now, you may already have a bookkeeper, so if that's the case and we're taking over, obviously that's easier because we know what the tasks are, so we just incorporate that into our bookkeeping plan. Now, we also do a review because we have our own checklist of things that we want to check when we first start working with someone, and so the review would include things like looking at your chart of accounts to verify that there's no duplicate items, and that the hierarchy matches those categories that the IRS allows on whichever tax return you're going to be filing. Checking for duplicate or incorrectly spelled vendors or customers, reclassifying incorrectly categorized transactions, verifying that Quickbooks balances match the bank balances and that accounts are connected as they're supposed to be. We check to make sure that the automatic rules are set up. That makes categorizing efficient, and that there's no undeposited funds still sitting in the queue from the past. We look at comparison by month of your profit and loss and balance sheet over the past year to see if there are any patterns broken, like rent missing from a particular month where it exists in all the other months. We look at things like entry of fixed assets and owner's contributions and withdrawals. And if you have employees, we also verify that the payroll figures match the 941, since the IRS will be looking at this. We check your accounts receivables and accounts payable, address anything that's not current or maybe has a higher than expected balance. We review taxes paid and ensure that tax liabilities and B&O tax payments are in the correct buckets. Ensure that unapplied cash payment income, which comes from wrong dates on invoices and payments, drill into each income and expense account, liabilities and assets, and confirm vendor names, that they match the bank records, that accounts are reconciled, and that there's no transactions that are duplicated or unreconciled. Also, that all necessary journal entry adjustments for things like merchant processing fees, payroll, sales tax, and interest have been done correctly. We also review past city and state tax returns to verify that those have been filed using the correct formulas, and find things that need to be addressed during this process. Sometimes I've found a couple $100,000 that clients didn't even know was missing, or checks that never got deposited. So it's a good thing to do this full review when we look through things. We then check and review your recurring task list based on this review. If you have past year's bookkeeping that needs to be cleaned up, this can be included in your initial setup as well. We're experts at taking raw data, whether it's in spreadsheets, PDFs, or just in your brain, and getting a clean profit and loss statement put together for your tax preparer to file, but we do not file IRS tax returns. I always refer that out. Now, depending on your business, you may need some services and not others. So here's a list of the things that we can offer to help with. We are experts with QuickBooks Online and Desktop, as well as the most common CRMs and point-of-sale systems. We handle Washington DOR and most city B&O tax returns. For the invoicing and collection of payments from your clients, also known as AR or accounts receivable, we offer to prepare and send invoices to your clients. We always check with you first, of course, before sending, in case you need to make any adjustments. We can also rebill periodically for those clients who didn't pay after getting the first invoice. We can help you set up the products and services list in QuickBooks and ensure those items tie to the correct chart of accounts category. We can apply payments to the correct open invoices and provide you an updated AR report so you know who has and who hasn't paid. Regarding bill payments, the process is to receive and enter bills, have you review the list of bills to be paid, and then cut checks. If we have checks in our office, we print them, assemble them with stamped envelopes and copies of the invoice, and then mail the entire package to you for you to review, sign, and mail out. We do not have, nor do we want, signature authority on your checks. Now, in rare cases, we will also come to your office to print checks, but again, with COVID restrictions, we try and avoid this. We usually take on the task of categorizing downloaded bank transactions, and since some banks don't connect to QuickBooks, we will also sometimes manually enter transactions as needed. We prefer to have view-only bank access so we can look up checks, deposits, and get statements online. Not all banks offer all of these features, so if your bank does not, then we'll have to have help from you by having you send us the information we need. The bank reconciliation process is something we normally handle, though some clients like to do this part on their own. With regards to payroll, I feel it's best to rely on a quality payroll service for the tax withholding and tax form filing portions, but we do handle the entry of the payroll data into your financials, and we prepare 1099s for many of our clients at year end. We work with ADP, Paychex, Gusto, Shore Payroll, Heartland, Benefit Mall, and I can make a recommendation for you based on your specific needs and budget. Once all of your bookkeeping is up to date, we can also send your financials to you each month or quarter so that you can see exactly where things stand. QuickBooks has a nice budgeting tool as well for those who want to aim for certain targets. This is the part of bookkeeping that I think is most important for small business owners. If you know which part of your business is making the most profit, it's much easier to concentrate your efforts on building that part of your business. And with good data, you can do this easily. We offer custom reports like job costing or data segmentation into various channels of business, and can help you figure out if you can afford to hire a new employee or how much you might need to open a new location. Though licensing isn't part of our regular bookkeeping service, we do have a lot of experience in this area and can help you with determining what you need to do in order to get your licensing in order for local and the state, entity formation through Secretary of State, Secure Access Washington, and File Local. And then finally, there are projects. Nearly all clients have questions and needs that I haven't addressed in this video. We've helped clients with loan applications, audits, predictive analytics. We can also recommend other providers like accountants or financial planners, and overall can answer most questions you have or direct you to someone who can. We make ourselves available to our clients by phone, email, text, and video calls as much as possible, and we send out a monthly reminder encouraging our clients to schedule one-on-one time if they have any questions about their books. Please see the FAQ video where I address many of the questions I received from clients over the past years. Thanks for watching, and please schedule a call if you want to talk more about your specific company's needs. Again, I'm Russ from Sound Bookkeepers.